What's going on, Knuckleheads? GKM Gaming here with another LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed video for you. And today I'm bringing you the 2H4. Haha, joking. Now, this is hard node for the Mind Games Brick Pace event, right? This was the one a lot of people were struggling with. So let me tell you about my team comp and where I got it from. Somebody on Facebook actually suggested this to me. And they did it with basically the same team, but actually not as strong. So they said in Magisto's Tower, theirs wasn't as strong as mine. Mine's maxed out. They had a 4-star Willa. I've got 6-star Willa Gear 7. I've got my 6-star Gear 6 Basil. And I got my Gear 6 7-star Aurora. So the key that he said was only heal Aurora. Don't worry about anybody else. Save your heals for Aurora and just slowly, one by one, pick off each of these enemy figures. This was a long battle. It took me probably close to 15 minutes to win this battle. And it was not an easy one. So I'm actually going back. Like, this is not live in the battle recording. This is kind of looking back at the footage because I didn't know how many takes it was gonna, attempts it was gonna take. So I wanted to just make sure I captured it while I was trying to, complete the battle. And I actually finished it right before the stream, the Fancy Life stream yesterday. So, you're going to see a lot of dying in this. And it does look pretty hopeless. So when I look at this team comp, I'm like, wow, where is the damage coming from? Because, Magisto does some damage, Willa does some damage, and Wu does some damage. But there's no Garmadon, no Ghost, nothing. Doesn't matter. It's all about survival with this node. So you don't ever want to revive Basil with Aurora. So don't do that because she doesn't get that refresh. So, save it. I had a couple close calls here. I did, disclaimer, this is only a bronze star. And you're going to see towards the end that I was in a pretty good position to gold star it. And then it's luck of the draw at some point with this game. It really is very, very luck based. So let's actually take a look at some of the gameplay. We are a couple minutes into the match and it looks like I've done absolutely no damage to them, but that's okay. We're hanging in there. And the key is patience, right? Basil's already died twice. You want him to keep dying. You want him to keep giving you guys health. Patience. Try to get around these taunts the best that you can because you're dealing with a King's Court trio with Brutus. That's difficult to get around if you don't have the right kind of stuff, pirates or anything. So obviously you're kind of forced to focus certain characters down based on where Brutus throws his taunt or who's taunting. But whenever you get the opportunity, you have to try to get rid of Yuppie first because you don't want to deal with, hey, I just got somebody down and then Yuppie revived. So, obviously Jester Go-Go's a tough one to deal with, and you might, some people would be tempted there to kill Jester Go-Go, but you got to go after Yuppie. So there, Yuppie down, step 1 complete. Get rid of Yuppie, keep yourself alive. Again, you'll notice I am not healing anyone except Aurora, right? Because I do have, the Wu is an AoE heal, so that's going to keep everyone else a little healthier. As Basil keeps, dying and coming back, and Basil's heal is an AoE heal, and also Basil's ultimate is pretty big. Another important tip is use your ultimates as they come, but as it's starting to get towards the end of this first wave, make sure you have your ultimate, especially your Wu ultimate, and really your Basil ultimate, because you're probably going to need it, ready to go into the next wave. So we just took down our second unit right here, so that's pretty good. And now I'm thinking I would probably suggest focusing down Go-Go because it's really hard to kill anyone else when Go-Go is there. So if you have a chance while he's taunting, do everything you can to take him out. The thing is, you're going to have to cycle through. They've probably tossed taunts around maybe 3 times at this point. You're going to probably have to cycle around 3 to 5 different taunts in just this first wave. Just because this is not a high damage team. This is like a, hey, I have to try to get past some PvE stuff here. And you know, the damage really comes from the debuffs, right? The damage is in the debuffs here. Like the Wu's ultimate really gives you some damage. Magisto's ultimate, it gives some damage, but you're gonna see, like, I wasn't able to get Jessica down there, so now it's like, well, I guess I'm kind of forced to focus elsewhere. And it's a long road. Like, we're already almost 5 minutes into this battle, and you know, the King's Court figures are still alive. So what I did there was I cleared out him. You know, if you can get Magisto down, because Magisto is probably the squishiest out of the 4 units on there. So when Brutus throws a taunt on him, try your best to get him down. Again, you'll notice I don't waste revives on Basil. I let Willa take care of that. I think maybe once I healed Wu with Aurora, because I think it was towards the end of this wave, and I felt like I was in a good position. But I mean, you can just watch this. It's long, it's drawn out, it's gonna take some time, but it is doable. And I mean, the only other way I saw to do this, somebody had used like a Slimer, Egon, I think maybe Gorwell, and then or Gorwell or Ghost, and Basil and Willa. Maybe, I don't think it was a Ghost. It might have been Ghost. I feel like I would actually use that team with Aurora. I would replace Magisto and Wu with Slimer and Egon, and you probably will be able to do this a lot easier because you'll actually have some damage. And I mean, the downside is you're losing those heals that the magical figures are giving you. So, and I think they ran it with Trader Transport. So, you know, Magisto down, Go down. This is the time to, like, blow your AoE ult, your AoE heal with Wu. I just used the basic there. Always use those Basil heals. So you'll see, like, without using those single target heals on anyone else, with those 2 AoE heals, I'm really able to keep everyone healthy. And I do have Basil's ultimate in my back pocket because I know going into Ninjago, I'm gonna need it. But I also know that I'm okay with folks dying as long as it's not Aurora. So I mean, you can see my my Magisto is definitely, he's struggling the most to stay alive here. He's constantly getting hit. And yeah, there it was. So I actually did blow the one time I did blow an Aurora heal because I felt like it would refresh soon enough when I would need it. I felt like she was going to be safe. I was keeping my Basil taunt in my back pocket, so I knew another heal was coming. And the second this wave starts, bam, I'm going to make sure that I am taunting, and that if, you know, their 2 or 3 first attacks are going to go on to Basil and heal me up. Make sure to get dizzy so we don't have to deal with any Ninjago shenanigans with their payback early on if they get it. And a Wu ultimate. And I realized, I was like, wow, I'm actually in a position to take down Kai. So I took down Kai right there. And that was really, really... So because I had the Wu ultimate, I put myself in a position where, okay, I can get rid of Kai really early. And I can also stop them from jumping under stealth. And now I took out Kai and Jay like very, very quickly. So that really put me in the driver's seat here. And I felt like, okay, now it's time for the Basil ultimate. Time to bring everyone back to full. And let's see if we can win this 5v5. So I knew Wu was going to be my next biggest threat. But he did have Hardy. So I was kind of going back and forth. I probably should have just went after Zane, you know, realizing that Wu had Hardy and he was going to be a little harder to take out. But I went after Wu, and then I kind of threw some stuff at Garmadon just to keep him a little lower because I knew that he was going to go under stealth. But I probably, if I would have focused both of those attacks on Zane, with one of them being a guaranteed crit, I probably would have been able to take out Zane. So here I'm trying to keep everybody alive. There was no way around it. Their Wu ultimate did get off, and this was where things kind of turned around for the worst for me because they took out my Magisto. But that's no big deal. I have Aurora in my back pocket. She's under stealth. I'm bringing him back. Like, I'm feeling pretty good. But they managed to kill my Magisto again. They full heal with Gorwell. Like, this node is no joke. So it's definitely, it's a hard node to deal with. And luckily, my Willa ultimate right at the right time. I felt like this was a really good time to pop that ultimate. Now, here's the thing. I felt like Aurora's health was high enough at this point. So, I mean, she's almost full. And I'm feeling pretty confident. I just got Wu down. I know Basil's going to fall, but I'm okay with that. He's under stealth. It is what it is. I'm trying to just get down as many as I can. I knew Lloyd was going to throw them under stealth. So this is a point where I probably should have healed Aurora just to make sure she was healthy. I knew she was coming out of stealth, and this was the blunder that I feel like I made. Like, you could see on the screen, I'm kind of going back and forth, trying to decide what I'm going to do. I went with the snowball. I have my Wu ultimate coming back, but I also have the heal available. Instead of healing, again, I went for the ultimate. Probably should have taken the heal, especially that there was no enemy Wu. I get AoE'd by Zane. Now I'm not in a really good position. Wu goes down. I heal. I know I need to bring my Wu back up. So again, I'm being a little dangerous with Aurora. She gets false lifed. I get Wu back, which is huge, but I'm not in a good position with her. You know, Lloyd is very hard to kill, but my guys are staying alive, right? Aurora's still alive. I'm in a point where, you know, I need to kind of roll this out and survive. So she's got to survive here. And things are looking really bad at this point. It's looking like I'm not even going to clear the node, and that kind of stinks. But I do manage to take Lloyd out. And this was a big turning point. Was I got the taunt on Basil, so I knew he was going to eat up a couple attacks. And it also helped that Willow was just not dying. Like, she was surviving. Finally, I get another Basil ultimate, but I only have 3 units alive. So, you know, Willow gets up to about half health. Basil just gets knocked out again, but I'm not worried about him. And now I got to deal with another Gorwell, and I know that taking out Garmadon was key there, right? So I wasn't as afraid because I knew I had the heal block on Garmadon. So I knew I could focus him down without fear of his AoE healing him back up. And now I'm in a really good position, right? I've got 4 units up. There's just 2 left. I'm really feeling like this is going to be a gold star, but I'm at least knowing that I'm in a position where I'm going to win this battle. I want to focus down Gorwell. She's got the heal block. Things are looking good. I miss with Master Wu. If I hit with Master Wu there, things might have been a little different, but honestly, Zane crits on Aurora and takes her down, and that's where it was kind of like, oh man. Like, that was the luck, the RNG base of the game right there, just saying, we're not going to give you the gold star on this one. You're going to have to, you know, probably blow another bunch of energy on it. I wanted to get this video out to you guys with a bronze star, though, because I'm not going to continue to waste energy until I'm ready to farm Kartofsky, and that's not going to happen until I have my J. Well, that's pretty much all I got for today, Knuckleheads. Please remember to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding that little bell for some notifications, and as always, remember to knuckle up.
Still